What up? What up? What up? What up? Tuned into another show at Full Value Friday, and you guys know what it is. We're coming off a decent day yesterday, and we got a day today. We got all the players playing today. Hopefully, we'll bust down that in NBA. NHL is a short slate, so we're gonna tackle that. Then we'll tackle this NBA, and then yeah, we give some plays out. And we keep it like that. So jump right in, hit that like button, hit up the chat, and let's see who's in the house. First things first, we got NHL wasn't too bad. Sharks, they did their thing. Carolina did their thing. So the the under didn't hit. The Coyotes didn't hit. Vancouver lost. Over in Florida. Yeah. It was a bad day in NHL yesterday. NBA, not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Pels covered the under hit in the Bucks, and the Lakers was the only pick that lost. The Lakers lost outright. That's crazy though. I guess the small ball worked, but we're gonna see how it worked. I don't know how these guys didn't feed the big man. These guys were still playing, driving in and dishing out the ball and shit. Harden had a bad game. Westbrook is going to sit out today, but we'll get to that soon. But all in all, not a bad day. Not a bad day. Not a bad day. We made some profit. And let's finish this week off on a good note. So we got the NHL hockey. We got what, 4 games today? We got Ducks and the Maple Leafs. Campbell against Miller. That's who's in net. And it's going to be a good one. You know why? Because the Ducks, they got their licks yesterday against Montreal, but they went to OT and they're on a back-to-back. The Toronto, though, I think Toronto's in a good spot here. They should be ready to handle their business. This is a new look. Toronto, they should be happy to be home. They haven't played since Wednesday. They have a back-to-back here and then. Yeah, I like Toronto here in this spot. I like Toronto to handle their business, but Campbell in the net. Fuck, who the fuck is Campbell? Is he good? Hit me up in the chat. I lean Toronto. But no official play. No official play. What up? What up? What up? Buffalo Rangers, Hudden and Jovioff. Now, we already know. Yeah, exactly. All right, at least Toronto not playing enough, and if you lose, it's not worth it. That's why I'm like the -1. But who's Campbell? Is Campbell a good goalie? That's the question. Is Campbell a good goalie? Buffalo just got whopped. Dellin, he's gonna be back in the lineup. This quick little road trip, they're on a back-to-back, right? So they were in a shootout against Detroit. Now they're gonna go stop in at this Rangers squad. This Rangers, though, they allow goals. I see a nice over here, overlooking nice in here. Rangers is scoring, and they're letting the goals in as well. Over 6.5 looks mighty juicy. I lean Rangers -1.5. Bowl games at home, 5-3, 5-3. I can see this on the bowl games at home. I can see this all over, but I like the over 6. It cashed for us twice already. Why not cash for us 3 times? I like the over 6 in this one for the Rangers Buffalo. Wings, Blue Jackets, they're on a back-to-back as well. Basically, all the away teams are on a back-to-back. That's pretty interesting. Does all the away teams lose? That is the question, right? None of them is favorite. This is why. Because all of them played yesterday. Some of them were in shootouts. Some of them were in OT. Some of them just got mashed up, you know? So we got Elvis in net against Howard. Detroit's coming off a nice win. You know they're feeling themselves. The Blue Jackets, they're hot at home, right? And they're playing defense. They're playing defense. And that's why I lean to this under. I really, honestly, Elvis, he's been impressing me. At first, when I seen him come on, I was like, "Who the fuck? This guy is he really good?" But I started watching him. I was monitoring his plays, seeing how he saves, what he does, and he's he pretty does he does his thing. He does his thing. So in this situation, with this juice, I'm not gonna back Blue Jackets here. Blue Jackets, maybe put Blue Jackets in a parlay type of thing. That's the only way I would see it fit. And the parlay has to be like a regulation, some shit like that, you know? But the under, they can't do anything with the under. They have to give you reasonable money. I like the under 6.5 in this one, especially with Detroit. I don't think I was gonna let them get to the back of the net right here. I like the under 6 in this one. Wild and Stars. So the Wild handled business yesterday against Vancouver at home, right? The Stars and the Wild already met. This is the final meeting of the season. Okay. Um, the last time Dallas beat these guys, the last time Dallas seen these guys was in Minnesota. Minnesota gave them a trashing 7-0. Then they gave them another trashing, okay, in a shootout. Now, they only beat them once, and that was at the beginning. Do they even it out? Do they even it out? Because preseason does not count. Do they even out? All the plays, though, that they won, that they played went over but one. That was a 3-2 win. The over under is at 5, went moved to 5.5. And at the moment, he's Bishop and Dubnik's in that. Oh shit, Dubnik's in that. You guys already know what happens with Dubnik. When Dubnik gets in that, you have to put the over on Dubnik. Because Dubnik, he been going he Dubnik been having a tough year. And I don't know if you guys really follow the people and shit. Like, I don't know, some people just bet on the teams and shit, but I actually go into depth and see how these people are and shit. And like, I tell you this, Dubnik, he had a very bad year. Minnesota, they like basically rallied, like behind the man, behind his situation, all that shit. And Bishop, I don't rate Bishop at all. At this plus line, I could see Minnesota winning this game. To be honest with you, I like Minnesota at the plus line. I like it way better, more than the over. You know what I mean? You get the plus money. Dallas is like, obviously their track record is not that good against this team. They're a good team at home, right? Yes, Minnesota's on a back to back, but they didn't really have to do much against Vancouver. They won the game as soon as that shit started. It was like 3-0 as soon as the game started, and then they start coming back and all that shit. But they already won. A lot of people got rest, and a lot of people didn't have a lot of ice time. So in this spot, I'm going with Minnesota Wild in this one on the plus money. And this is like a late night game. You can even sprinkle some change on the -1. I don't recommend doing dogs into favorites because they're a dog for a reason. But in this situation, they're only a dog, from my opinion, is because the way Dubnik and his situations and the way he's been playing. But I think they're like, that was the past. Like, can't be always, oh shit, this, that. I think they're gonna rally behind these guys and handle their business in this one. So I like Minnesota Wild, and Dubnik did not play yesterday. Just in case you guys were wondering, he did not play yesterday with Staylock. So I like the Wild. So my plays for the NHL would be the Wild, would be the under in the Detroit game, and the over in the New York Rangers game. the over in the New York Rangers game. The Toronto game, I'm not going to play because it's not worth my money. Obviously, everybody feels and knows who's going to win, but you know how this shit is. One puck slides the wrong way, hits the wrong guy's skate, boom, it's in. Now you're playing down, and now you have situations on your hands. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at that. NBA, NBA. Let's go to NBA. You guys are tuning in for the NBA. Hit that like button. Show me what you guys got on the NBA. Your parlays will discuss that shit. And yeah, we're about to see some good teams with their new players that they acquired. Some teams are going to be out without their players that they required. So it's going to be an interesting day today. Let's jump right into it. The Grizzlies and the Sixers. The Grizzlies and the Sixers. Now, if you guys watched that game yesterday, Sixers was horrible. Okay, Sixers were horrible. Joel Embiid was horrible. The under hit. That was a beautiful under. I felt that there was going to be a playoff atmosphere. I felt that Milwaukee was going to show these guys that it is what it is. You guys feel you're better than us. Why? Because you have more better players. But us as a team, we're better. They showed it. They even covered that spread, and they did what they had to do. But in this situation, it's like also Philly's not good on the road. So if you guys bet Philly on this road trip, I swear you guys don't watch this show, or you guys are not watching basketball, or you guys are smoking some good shit, and hit me up in the DM after and send me something, because I tell you this, you guys are not thinking. I tell you that. Philly at home now. I understand why you're considering betting them, but Philly can't get your money because you're still not watching the Grizzlies then. You understand? The Grizzlies, if you look at the Grizzlies, yes, the Grizzlies, you say the name, the Memphis Grizzlies. In your mind is like, who the fuck is the Grizzlies? But they've been playing good, They've been playing as a team, and fuck the winning, right? Because yeah, they only won 2 games. It's not like they're on a 10-game winning streak, 5-game winning streak, or even 3-game winning streak. They're on a 2-game winning streak, and this team is more together than Philly. And you guys already know, if you play basketball, you know what it is. When you play with your boys, or people that you're comfortable with, it's more fun. It's more better. Like, what spot the person's going to be in, In this Philly team, they probably know each other. They know the spots, but they don't give a fuck. They don't give, you've been talking shit about me. You've been saying this. You've been doing this. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so, you're not working as hard as me, this and that. Is there so much shit going on? This is why I can't back Philly. I see where you guys are coming from. I like all that. But I got Memphis plus the points. I also like the under in this one, but that's a lean. That's a lean. Okay. That's a lean. Valanciunas is game time decision, so you have to watch out for that, because if Valanciunas doesn't play, then the game's gonna go over. Obviously, that's why it's a lean for me on the over under, because Valanciunas doesn't play, the key is gonna be more opened up. But either way, the key is open up or not. There's so much things going on. It's like Joel Embiid is trying to be one of those big men that back down and then kick out for the 3-pointer. But who are you going to kick out for the 3-pointer? You don't have 3-point shooters like that. So you kick out the 3-pointer, and then they come in driving as well. So it's just so much disarray going on there. And we have Josh Richardson as a game time call, so he should play. Justin Winslow, he's not going to make his debut yet. So we're going to have the same Memphis team that we had before. I like Memphis plus the points, plus the 5 right here. If you could get it at 6, I would get it at 6 as well. But I like Memphis plus the points. I don't think they get blown out. And I'll sprinkle some money on the money line straight up, to be honest with you. There's just so much going on in Philly, and I don't think they're just going to get right on a team that's not shit or good. that a team that's in a much more better place, they probably had breakfast together today. You know what I mean? I don't think Philly had breakfast together. You know what I mean? I don't think they at practice they finished with smiles and laughs on their face like we're gonna beat Memphis. But I know Memphis came in Philly and all ate Philly cheesesteaks all together, cut it in half and shit. They shared it amongst each other and shit, you know? I'll buy two, we split it, four mans eat. You know what I'm saying? Like I like that shit. Memphis plus the points. Washington, Dallas. Washington, Dallas, 2.5. The line open at 233 is the over under. Porzingis got his nose bust off, and he might not play or he might play. The question is, what is he going to do? Obviously, we all know that Doncic is out. The last time these guys seen each other was 108 to 100, so the game did not go over. But ever since Doncic been out, Porzingis been handling business, you know? And when I mean handling business, he been scoring, he been rebounding, his shit been up more. He looks like a prime person to put props on, especially on this weak front and back court that Washington has. Washington, you guys already know what we're gonna get from Washington. Buckets, 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 no defense, buckets, buckets, buckets. So with saying all that, Porzingis gotta handle the business. Do they win? Do they not win? I find the line is too low, and this is why I'm a little hesitant. Why is the line only 2.5? You know, there's something going on. There may be the bookmakers know something we don't know. So I'll just indulge in props in this game. And but let's see this. Okay, so Dallas is coming off a loss, right? Washington is coming off a loss as well against Golden State. That shit went way over. You have to go with another over in this one. You know, over or nothing. There's no way you're putting a Washington game under. So over or nothing for me, but I'm not going to give a play. No play in this game. Atlanta, Boston. Atlanta, Boston. So Jaylen Brown out. Okay. Gordon Hayward out. Marcus Smart's going to play. I tell you, on the Hawks side, Capella is not going to play yet. Labissiere is not going to play yet. Fernando, he might play. Denman might play. So they might get some of their players, but not all their players, okay? Now, they're not going to make their debut till next. I tell you this, though. I tell you this. The way I look at it, Denman is going to play today. The big man is going to be serious. Trae Young, he's probable that he's going to play. Who's going to stop Trae Young? Marcus Smart? Marcus Smart don't know who Trae Young is. He's about to find out, though. Believe you me, he's about to find out. In this game right here, 10, 9.5, just a little too much. Boston just beat up on the Magic. The over-under is at 234, went to 232. I like the under in here. I like the pace. I think Boston's going to dictate the pace. The only way they know how is slowing it down. And we already know their pace per minute is about 100 points a game, 99 around there. So with all the big men out, like, mind you, Atlanta doesn't have all their trades yet. So Atlanta's going to be a little deployed. So they're going to have to watch their minutes and all that. So I like the under in this game as well. I like the under. Raptors, Pacers. This game, this is like a back-to-back. You guys know what it is when I mean back-to-back. These guys just played these guys, beat them on a buzzer beater. Okay. And two things I like to say on this shit. Okay. Now, rule number one on back to back, you always pick the team that just lost. So Raptors won, I would pick Pacers. Okay. Like they just seen you. Like you think it's fresh in their mind, they just lost. You understand what I'm saying? So I would pick the Pacers. But rule number two, when a game goes over in the first game they met, I like the under. Why? Because we already know what you're going to do. We know that play, that sign when you go like that. We know that means left to the right, guy pop out, shoot a three. You know, the echo, whatever that play is, we know what that is now. So You have to look at that. So those are the two plays I like. Now let me break it down and see what's going on here. So Gasol's out, Paul is out, Brissett's out. Victor Oladipo, they say he's out on rest today. If Victor Oladipo is not playing today, that means we're getting our Pacers back that was ripping shit. You understand what I'm saying? Now, you have to check on the TJ Warren injury. If TJ Warren plays, I like Pacers, no way. Like that's for sure. Other than that, so you have to look at that. Right now, we don't have the stats even up to now. The game starts at 8 o'clock. We still don't know if TJ Warren is going to play. Oladipo, I'm 90% sure he's going to rest. Warren plays, I got Pacers, but we don't have time like that. So what I do got is the under. Whether or not Warren plays or not, I like the under. I like the defense intensity to be brought up to a notch, and that's what I like in this one. The under in this game. Detroit Thunder. This is just too many points for me to back. 12.5. The last time Thunder was at 12.5 favorite, they only won by like 5 or some shit. Okay, Drummond's not there. The Detroit should get whopped up. Doesn't mean the Detroit is gonna lose. It just means Detroit's key is gonna be more scoring for OKC. So this game could go over. So if you're playing the under, just look at that. Official play for me. I don't have a play for this game, so no play on the OKC Thunder game. Phoenix Suns versus Rockets. This is a game. So Rockets deployed that first small ball shit against my Lakers. And they end up whopping these guys. Okay. They beat these guys. They got rebounds. They guess how much Lakers beat them in rebounds? By 1. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I guess it worked. Well, we're gonna see. It works in the season. We're gonna see how this is gonna work. Philly now, Phoenix has been playing very awful. Phoenix hasn't been playing the way we all think Phoenix should have been playing. They're on a 4-game losing streak. They really lost. We had Phoenix on the money line the last time they lost against Detroit, which was embarrassing. They lost every game on that road trip. Now they're facing a Houston team. This game would have to go over. This is the only way I'll look to it is the over. Okay, the only way. And yeah, aside, it would have to be Houston or nothing, right? That only makes sense, but I'm no play. I'm not playing that one. That's for sure. Unless the over. So the over in the Houston game, no side. I like the over though. Kings Heat. Yeah, you could go with that too. Houston money line to go safe. Exactly. But I'm giving you more bang for your buck. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to give you fucking just money lines and just like that. I'm not trying to waste your time. I don't even waste my time like that. But Houston money line, that is a good play. Heat Kings. No Jimmy. No Jimmy. Iguodala is not going to play. Crowder might play. No Hero. Detroit game over. Yeah, I like that. I have a play in that, but I see you with the Detroit game over. I can see that because there's no big man. I can see them just running up and down the court. But also, if Detroit goes in slumps too, they could go and shoot his slumps. And you already know if they miss, they're not getting back the ball. Mind you, life without Drummond is going to be a hard life because there's no Blake Griffin, and who else is a big man for Detroit that we know off the top? That's like, yeah, he's good for 10 boards, or you know what I mean. So yeah, I like your over. But for me, I don't have a play on that one. Um, so Crowder's not going to play today. Okay, Butler's not going to play. Hero's not going to play. Iguodala's not going to play. Solomon Hill, he's not going to play. So this is going to be a deployed Heat team. But good thing they're playing against a Sacramento Kings team that, oh shit, I think they're getting their dudes. So they have Jabari Parker. He might play. He's a game time decision. Holmes, he might play, right? Because he's back from his injury, and Lynn, he should play as well. Now, with a 1.5 spread, the over-under is 21, 221. We all know Heat is not good on the road, right? Like, you guys know that, right? If you guys don't know that, I'll tell you guys that. The Heat is not good on the road. Okay, they're sort of like Philly. Okay, like so. Thon Maker. Holy shit. Yeah, yeah. I like your over because he ain't getting. Nah, I don't believe that. That guy washed up. He washed up. He does his thing. Like he has his spurts, but he washed up. So this spot right here, I think this is a vulnerable spot for the Heat, and I like Sacramento Kings in this spot. This is a revenge spot for the Kings. The last time the Heat seen the Kings, right? The last time the Heat seen the Kings, they did beat them, right? 118 to 113. Okay. And they didn't cover at 5.5 favorites. So technically, the Heat played these guys and they didn't cover the last time. And everybody was there, Jimmy Butler, all that shit. Now they're not there. The inquiries that Kings got is there, and the Miami people are not there. Over under, I don't know. This shit could go over. This shit could go under. Honestly, it all depends on how these guys wake up this morning and how they feel when the game time goes. Like they could go start running or start playing slow. Like that's the type of team these guys are. But I do like the Kings in this spot right here. I like the Kings here. I think the Kings handle business and they're at home with their advantage. Yes, I like the Kings here to upset this Heat. The Heat, the Heat, they're not going to go 50% on the road. They're 12 and 13. They're about to be 12 and 14. And the last game of the night, Jazz and Portland. Jazz and Portland, 10.5 favorites. Portland is off a back-to-back. They just beat up on the Spurs. Jazz is on a skid, okay, against Blazers. So they just keep losing against these Blazers. And now the Blazers are underdogs 9.5. Why is that? Like, is these guys crazy? These guys have to understand the Blazers is fighting for playoff spot. The Jazz is on a 5 game losing streak. Okay. They lost against a deployed Denver team. They just lost against Portland. I am really not impressed on what I'm seeing with these guys. This right here is a Portland money line situation or nothing. This, I think the Jazz continue losing. They they lost it. They started a loss against Houston. Then they lost against Spurs, Denver, then Portland. Mind you, they lost again against Denver. So they lost against Denver twice in the same losing streak. Why wouldn't they lose against Portland again? Tell me why. This is the way it's set up. Then they lose against Houston, and then they get a break against Dallas. Because like Dallas has their own situations. But in this situation, I like Portland here. Portland is playing good. They're playing how they're supposed to be playing. If you guys, don't have that much change, you know what I'm saying? Take the spread. Don't go and be crazy and, going to put your last bet on Portland money line. You know what I mean? Like relax here, guys. Like it's a 10.5 underdog. You understand what I was saying? But if you're betting smart, you know what I'm saying, and listening to my advice, you should have change to put a little some on Portland money line. You understand? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, hit me up in my Twitter. I'll give you guys a rundown. You know what I'm saying? It's as simple as that. But the play I'm giving you guys Portland money line. I go hard or go home. I ain't those other cappers that tell you this, that, in the third. This is it, what it is, like I actually bet these things. Yeah, I really do. And when I lose and I wake up the next day and I'm like, fuck, these motherfuckers lost. Now it's time to get back my money. It's like a bank. You lose, you put your money in the bank. You don't take out all your money one shot. You take a sum, and then oh shit, I got to go to the bank tomorrow. That's how I feel. That's how I make this shit. So when I lose, it's like a bank deposit. When I win, I withdraw my money from the bank plus my money I didn't have in the bank. But it's not really a bank. It's the bookie, like an analogy. You know what I'm saying? Like just in case you guys lost me. But anyways, yeah, Portland money line. So the plays for the NBA is Grizz plus the points. I like the under in the Boston, the under in the Raptors. Yeah, the under in the Raptors. I like the Pacers too. Should I give out the Pacers? I'm gonna get back to that when I get on the bottom. Leans to the Detroit over. Joseph likes the over in the Detroit. Dame over 7.5 assists. I seen him. He been getting that lately. I seen that. He's been getting that. That looks like a solid. What are they paying on that? Like 160, 170 or what? Houston Suns, Houston money line, the over. Miami to continue losing. I like the Kings. Like I really like the Kings. And Portland money line. And Portland money line. So you guys know those plays will be posted on my Twitter at kwilliams811. And yeah, if you have any questions, hit me up there. You can find me there on the weekend because we don't have a weekend show. For you new viewers, no weekend show. 160, yeah, it looks solid. 160s, I hate betting 160s though. 160s, they're hit or miss, but they tend to win though. But you know, I like that though. I like that still. Yeah, so I like that. And now NCAA, St. Peter's. St. Peter's -4. Okay. Okay. St. Peter's -4 against Morris. 3-7 on the road on a 4-game win streak. -4. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, their man suspended too. This is name the coach. This basketball. They don't have their coach for today. No. No, no, no. Okay, they whopped these guys too last time. Yeah, that looks solid. That looks solid. That looks solid. Morris though, they have a good history though against these guys. They don't tend to lose against the guys, but the last time they did, they're playing with heart. They're playing with heart. The last time St. Peter's played these guys, 65-59. That's what a 6.5 cover. Yeah, that's close. St. Peter's gets the best of former coach with. Okay, okay. Mind you, the Morris coach used to coach for St. Peter's, so it's like a little rivalry there. That's why the line is so low because you obviously looking at this team getting blown out all the time or keeping it close, but it's because they have like a type of like they know each other. It's more than just a game. It's like a friendship and shit. So I'll just be put a little something on that. Don't put your whole bankroll on that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't go crazy on it. Knowing the history and knowing that it's like a friendship, and you know how it is. Like you could be shit all day, but when you're making a bet with your buddy or you're playing a game with your buddy, you tend to give that extra little push. You want to prove something, and that's what type of game this is tonight for your St. Peter's. But I like it. I like your St. Peter's though. You know. So the one play I'm gonna give you guys for this beautiful NCAA basketball night will be. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Davidson and VCU, Kent State, Iona, Maryland. It's either those two. Okay. I don't know why Kent State hasn't been pulling their weight. Okay. I had them against Ball State and I watched that game and I really didn't like the way they played, to be honest with you. And Ball State was rightfully so underdog, but the way they played made Kent State look like more than just a good team. They looked very bad. Now, Northern Illinois, they're actually trying to do something, you know? They're trying to do something. And the way I see it, if Northern Illinois, okay, wins this game right now, they're in second. So Northern Illinois, they should be in first if they win, or tied for first with Central Michigan. So basically, what do you guys want? You guys want underdog or favorite? Because I think Central Michigan loses this, right? So basically, I'm giving you guys two plays here. Two plays here. So Central Michigan's first in the MAC. Northern Illinois is second in the MAC. Buffalo is fourth. Kent State is in the MAC East. Okay. Northern Illinois wins. They're tied with Central Michigan. Central Michigan wins and Illinois wins. They're not tied, right? It just stays the same. Buffalo, though, has Central Michigan's number. Okay. So you look at it like this: Buffalo blows out these guys. So that's one play because I got Buffalo to blow out these guys. In order for my theory to work out, Buffalo would have to win this game, and Northern Illinois would have to win this game to make it a tie at the end. And would then make March Madness even more better because who's going to enter the game? We know who's going to enter the tournament. Now every game is more serious. So I give you two plays in this shit. The more sure pick, I have both of them sure pick because my theory in the end is the outcome. You understand? So in order for my outcome to come, that's why I'm giving you two NCAA picks. You understand what I'm saying? So those are the two picks. You get Buffalo and you get Northern Illinois. You know what I mean? That's how it works. You understand what I'm saying? For that to come down. So two picks in that NCAA. Northern Illinois plus Buffalo. And that could be your parlay. You know, it's Friday. It's Friday. Hope you guys enjoyed that show. I'm post the plays later. And let's get this money. You know what I'm saying? You guys fade, whatever, hit the like button, hit the dislike button, as long as you're interacting. Thank you guys in the chat. Thank you, Joseph. Out here. Joseph likes the Dame over 7.5. The St. Peter's minus the 4. The Detroit over. And Houston money line, you know? So you already know. Got some plays there. And hope you guys have a great weekend. Be safe if you're in the snowstorm. Be careful out there. And make sure you have your shovel in your trunk if you're going to get stuck. You know what I mean? Have a good night. I'll see you guys on Monday. Peace.